Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's had a great start to the new year. This is going to be kind of a short video. I'd got a gift card from my little sis, Twana, and I went on Mycomicshop and got a few things. I know there are a lot of guys that probably get on mycomicshop.com, and if you're like me, you've always got stuff in your cart or in your save for later list. It's probably like this long. Of course, a lot of times you go back and decide to get the book, and somebody's already grabbed it up. But good place to get comics. A lot of times you can find some bargains. The grading is really good, and I enjoy doing business with those people. But anyway, just a little short stack of some Bronze Age. We'll do a little unboxing here. I don't do these very often, but this is not going to take long. Just 5 books, like I say. 4 I didn't have before, and 1's kind of an upgrade. So we'll see what's going on here. Okay. And hopefully I won't cut myself while I'm doing this. It's been known to happen before, so okay. Of course, packaging, as always, is great. Real secure. So we'll just dig into this and see what we have. Okay. Very cool. All right. Looks like everything is in order. Take a drink of coffee here. This first one was one I just wanted an upgrade of, and even though this is they've got it graded VG+, I would have caught a little bit higher than that because my other one was kind of ratty, but there was a good price on this, and always one of my favorite covers. Was a big fan of Superboy, and still am, of the 70s. But this is Superboy number 189 with a great Nick Cardy cover. 20 center. I think you probably got, I think the artists around this time for Superboy, you probably had Bob Brown on the pencils, and one of my favorite inkers of all time, Murphy Anderson, on the inks. And I think a lot of these you had like a Legion of Superheroes backup, which I'm a big Legion fan also. But I always love this cover, The Curse of the Hangman's Noose. Superboy 189. I think this was just like an issue or two after DC had just come out of their 52-page giant stage for 25 cents. I think this was actually maybe the first or second 20 center of this title. Well, actually, no, I'm wrong. There's no Legion backup in this. It's Super Baby backup. But I'm sure Murphy Anderson is there. Another good reason to buy these books. Anyway, Superboy 189. Probably I would grade this closer to a fine. So glad to add that one. Another book that I didn't have, everybody knows I am about the giant size and square bound books, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't have this one. But it's a really cool cover, really cool book. Giant size Invaders number 1. Got a Frank Robbins? Yeah, Frank Robbins and John Romita on the cover. Like I said, one of these very cool square bound books. I think this is the, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I am, but I think this is the first appearance of Master Man. It was like a Nazi villain. But a great action-packed cover. Looking forward to digging into this one. Giant size Invaders number 1. I think this was the only giant size Well, at least in the 70s. I think there was another giant size like a few years ago, but this back as far as the 70s stuff. So I think it's Frank Robbins art on the interior too, if I'm not mistaken. But giant size Invaders one. Nice grade. And now we get into some more Marvel. This is the cover I always loved, and I just, of course, I'm a big fan of the picture frame covers, and I need to, actually in the last 2 or 3 years, I've been trying to make a concentrated effort to gather all those that I can, sort of like I did with my 100-pagers, and the way our good friend Dr. Silver Age is on the Go-Go checks. This is it's going to be another time-consuming event trying to collect all these. But Daredevil 94, a really cool picture frame cover. And they've got this at VG Plus, but closer to find. A lot of these I'm not really worried so much about grade, long as they're complete and they're pretty decent looking. There's a few flaws on the spine here, but really nice looking book. Probably looks at maybe Gil Kane and Klaus Janson on the cover. Daredevil and Black Widow 94. So I can check one off the pick frame covers. And another favorite Daredevil cover I always wanted. It's not a picture frame cover, but it was a Bronze Age book, and I always just love the cover. Daredevil versus Copperhead. This is a Daredevil 125. This is probably a VF copy. I'll be rebagging all these later. Usually when I rebag stuff, as far as Mylar and stuff like that, a lot of stuff like that, I've got reading copies and stuff I want to keep in Mylar, and usually the reading copies I'll just kind of keep in regular comic bags, and then the higher grade stuff I'll put them in Mylar. But a great cover. Again, looks like more Gil Kane to me. Could be wrong. I'm sure John will tag me on that if I'm not. But a nice book. And last book I got to show, another Marvel Bronze Age, great picture frame cover. Looks like John Romita, not sure on that. But the Thor 197, Mangog Unleashed. And they got a VG minus on this, but like I say, they were just like $3 or $4 a piece, so it was kind of hard to pass them up. And as far as the picture frames, I'm just trying to complete them. I'm not worried about, not that worried about grade right now. But a nice cover. Like I say, it looks kind of like Romita, maybe some Buscema inks, I'm not sure. But I'll check it out later. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I appreciate you sticking around. And I will probably be back tomorrow, the next day, with another 1970s series video. Really haven't figured. I've got a few set aside, but I've not really figured out which one I'm going to do yet. And I also might have another little surprise vid for you tomorrow. So something a little different. So appreciate you guys watching, and as always, onward and upward.